I didn't post last week, not once. Well, maybe once. But I was supposed to do Moments of Will on Monday, Work in Process on Wednesday. Ironically, I think that's the only one I got done, like 2 minutes before midnight. Friday's a free-for-all. It's not always going to be Mary Fort Kill, but it was a free-for-all that didn't even happen. Any other segment didn't happen that day. And Sunday is Show Your Work Sunday, and I failed at that too. Pretty crazy. Why didn't I get this done? Well, I kind of had an impromptu substitute teaching gig Thursday and Friday last week, so that threw me off a little bit. But also just my planning isn't always quite there. So I didn't just miss the train. Train left the station without me and kind of whipped around and hit me with the caboose. But here's the thing. I'm not here to beat myself up. Instead, I'm here to talk about why I'm not. If you're new here, you'll probably hear me talk a lot about the H3 framework. It's short for head, hands, and heart. It's my way of keeping creative work balanced. Head is for thinking and planning. Hands is for making and doing. Heart is for connecting and reflecting. Every week I lean into one of these, but I try to keep all three in the mix. This week is a head week, and that's why we're talking mindset today. So schedules are kind of a double-edged sword. Having a release schedule is like owning a pet tiger. It looks amazing when you're in control, but it can eat you alive if you're not careful. Structure is valuable, but not if it becomes a weapon that you use against yourself. I take on a lot. When I left the military 2 years ago, after over 3 decades of service, I really felt it was important to take on a lot of things to ensure I didn't fall into the same funk many military retirees fall into. Wasn't planning on going back to work full time, so I wanted to hodgepodge together a whole bunch of little things to keep myself busy, supplement income, and enjoy myself in my retirement. So I got my real estate license. I think that's the go-to that most military retirees do. Recently got my notary license. I finished up my 3rd project management certificate, substitute teaching, community band that I play with once a week, go to the gym a couple times a week, do Pilates a couple times a week, play ice hockey. I used to play ice hockey. I haven't played in a while. I like to read. I would like to read a lot more than I have been. I like to write, and I'd like to write a lot more than I have been. I enjoy cooking for my family. I have a family. There's that family life, maintaining the home and the cars and all the stuff that everyone has to contend with, but I let it pile up on me. So it's too many things to be successful at all of them. And it's too many things, or it's enough things to potentially fail at them all. Sometimes I wonder if this is all just a big excuse or if it's just the reality. And that didn't even include the workshop you see behind you, Valorcraft workshop, the content creation machine, starting to become a machine. What the Duck Toy Company, Valorcraft.us, the store front, Arpeggio Home and Design, the other Etsy shop. So many things. How do you keep it all balanced? How do you keep it all going without losing your mind? So when I fall short, I try to ask why rather than why bother. Identify the causes of what went wrong, and there's plenty. What went wrong? There's plenty of causes. But I try to separate the causes from excuses, right? So overcommitment, energy dips, unexpected life stuff, things always come up. So I do take on a lot. And it can be looked at in one way as flinging spaghetti against the wall and seeing what sticks. But I kind of take that to the next level. And I pack the blender full of pasta and let it spew everywhere and see what congregates the most, see what's the most interesting to me, see what I find years later. I write all these ideas down, all my brilliant ideas. Sometimes I find them years, decades later even, before I act on them. And that's just the reality of it all. So now to the title. grace in the gaps. Grace versus excuses. Grace says, you're human, adjust and keep going. Excuse says, meh, guess I'll quit. And now I pause here a second to think of one more brilliant idea I had a long time ago. As I'm talking about grace, and it sounds very sermon-like, I did get my online ordination to the Universal Church of the Internet, so I could perform wedding services. I've still have not performed my first wedding, but I do have that certificate as well. If anyone's looking to perform, officiate your wedding, please comment below and we'll work out the details. So skipping last week gave me a reset. And now I'm here with a clear head and better episode than I would have put out last week, I think. And I have so many episodes in my head for Moments of Will that I can't even get them in the right order. I kind of feel like you have to have them all at once. And so it becomes very overwhelming as well. But I'm going to give myself some grace and I'm going to feed these in as they come. And so this week was a little bit more about grace and forgiveness of yourself. You can apply it to others as well. I always assume people are trying their hardest. And there are very few malicious people out there who are purposely trying to throw, gravel in your path to throw you off balance. So I need to forgive myself for missing targets because my editorial calendar is aspirational in the end. It's a direction. It's not life or death. If you don't get a Show Your Work Sunday, I'm assuming my 18 subscribers will forgive me for not getting it that week. Although that's one of my favorite ones. I really would like to do more of that. But in the end, it's a target. It's a goal. It's not the end all be all if I don't reach it. And I've learned lessons from my past formats as well. My old plan of the day videos were easy to make and kept me accountable, kind of. But they probably weren't providing much value for you. In the end, I do what I choose to do, no matter how many to-do lists I have, how many plan of the day videos I make. If I see a shiny object or a squirrel, I'm going to chase after it, despite what my plan of the day was, right? I'm a one-person production team. That means every project comes at a cost of time and energy, my time, my energy. So I can only do so much. We're all works in process. Missing a week doesn't erase your momentum. It's just a rest stop on a long road. So give yourself grace. Forgive yourself. Think of that thing that's beating you up. You probably don't have to think real hard because it's right on tip of your tongue that's beating you upside the head. Identify what happened. Forgive yourself for it. Grant yourself that grace needed to pick yourself back up, get back on the road, and keep moving forward. It's the best gift you can give yourself. When was the last time you gave yourself a little grace and found it helped rather than hurt? If you would like, drop it in the comments. Let's have a discussion about it. That's the whole purpose of this Valorcraft workshop, is that we discuss these ideas. And I think the more people that start following these videos, watching these videos, commenting on these videos, the deeper the discussion will become, and the more we can learn together. Now, I'm cross-posting a lot of different things within my Valorcraft workshop content. What's the word for it? Constellation of web assets, YouTube channels, Substack blogs, Instagram pages. I think I've kept it limited to that. I haven't jumped to the TikTok yet. So my content for the Moments of Will videos will be cross-posted over to Substack at the Moments of Will blog. I was going to say if you wanted to read it in long form, you could check it out there, but I think the blog's actually going to be shorter than this video is. And if you're curious about the other new launches I have, Just today, I'm launching Peanut Butter and Jellyfish, my satirical news channel, all the news you never knew you didn't need, where we break the news and then we break it again. Something little fun side creative project I've got. I'll drop the links in the description for that. And the other one is a Instagram only right now comic strip called Tourette's Parrots. And I'll let that one speak for itself. You check that one out. Again, link's going to be down below in the description. As always, I appreciate the dozen or two of you that are watching these videos. Hope to share more with you. Hope you'll comment, join a discussion below. Let me know how these posts impact you or your different take on the topic. It'll just be good to build a community and have some discussion around these things. So wherever it fits best for you, on Substack, on YouTube, on Instagram, let's go there and have this discussion together. All right, until next time. Until next time, what? All right, until next time, be well. So until next time, be good. So until next time, be good, people. Be good people, or be both. So not having anywhere else to put this video, I think I'll tag it on the end of this one, and maybe I'll split it out for a separate video as well. Sort of the intent of this channel and of these videos and of the discussions we could have. I attended an audio engineering workshop years ago, 20 years ago, 25 years ago, probably. The company was called Synergetic Audio Concepts, and they've got a different name now. But the fantastic facilitator, instructor of this course, Pat Brown, shared this story at the beginning of the week of all of his workshops. Two people meet and exchange dollars. They each walk away with $1. Two people meet and exchange ideas, and each walks away with 2 ideas. That's stuck with me. That's stuck with me for 25 years now. And it's the way I've approached any workshop that I've facilitated. And it's the way I approach any training that I give. And it's the way I'm approaching this channel. In addition to the head, hands, and heart of philosophy and the formatting of all these videos and categorizing of all these videos. The other thought is to have this open exchange of ideas in this public space. So don't just watch the video, comment on it, ask questions, share your thoughts, share it with others. The more of you that share, the more all of us get to take with us, the more ideas we all get to pull from this. So I know it's easy to just kind of scroll past, hit a like. I encourage you to hit a like. That's cool. It's easy to hit subscribe, smash that subscribe button, smash the subscribe button. That would be great too. But more than any of that, if you do nothing else, comment on the video, share your thoughts and ideas, read others' thoughts and ideas, and let's all walk away better people for it. All right, getting off my soapbox. Yeah, wasn't really on a soapbox. All right, be well. Talk to you again soon.